morning, I want to open with a philosophy that's really resonated deeply with me since I was around 12 or 13 years old. And that's the philosophy that teaching is the only true path to mastery, leadership, and true success and happiness. And today I want to share with you my path of how I started along with that philosophy and what I found at the end. So growing up, believe it or not, I was a little bit of a nerd. My brother was the one that was really good at sports, girls, growing cool facial hair. Right? I was good at school, sci-fi, and erector sets. Right? My parents realized that my skill set was a little bit different than that of my brother, and they actually enrolled me in martial arts at the age of 8. And it was a really good fit, because as much as martial arts is about self-defense, it really has a lot to do with discipline, focus, self-control, consistency, things that I was already good at. So at the age of 8, I really excelled in martial arts. I studied extremely hard. I took as many classes as possible. I took rigorous notes, studied every night. By the time I was 12 or 13, I was the highest ranking brown belt of anyone my age in the state. I was ready, I thought. I was ready for my black belt test. Now for black belt test, you have to be nominated in the spring. The test is in June. It's 3 days out in the woods. I thought I was ready. I thought I was going to get nominated. I remember I got called into my sensei's office, Mr. Hardy. He said, "Tom, how are things?" He said, "Mr. Hardy, things are great. I'm doing really well in all my classes. I'm really excelling past my peers. I think I'm ready." And Mr. Hardy said, "You've been an excellent pupil, but we're looking for more than students here." And I remember thinking, what else are we looking for? Okay, what do you need me to do? He said, "I want you to teach. I want you to teach 7 and 9-year-olds, beginners, white and yellow belts, Saturday morning, 8:15 a.m. Now, despite the fact that even though I was a nerd, I still enjoyed my weekend time. 8:15 was going to be early, and it was going to be a challenge on Saturdays. But okay, it's about sacrifice. I'm willing to do it. I wanted to ask one question. Why that age? Why 7 to 9? And I remember his answer very clearly to this day. He said, "Kids ask profound questions." Now, I didn't know what that meant, but I found out very quickly. When you're teaching 7 to 9-year-olds, it is why this, why that, how that. I got asked questions about, why do we bow when we come in the room? Why do you throw a solo punch here instead of a punch to the face? Things I didn't know the answer to necessarily. But I would have to go to my teachers, or I would have to go study my notes. I would have to go research to learn the answers to these questions. So not only was I getting the answers for them, I was getting the answers for myself. And I was developing as they were developing. Now a year goes by. Stay the same rank, full year. Mr. Hardy calls me into his office again. Think, okay, this is it. I'm going to be getting my black belt this year. He says, "Tom, how are things going?" I said, "Mr. Hardy, things are going great. I'm learning so many intricacies. I'm really increasing my knowledge base, growing so much teaching these kids." And he said, "Good. I have a new challenge for you. I want you to teach Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock, adults." And I remember thinking, adults? These are people like 18 to like 65-year-olds. Why are they going to listen to a 13-year-old kid? And I asked, why adults? Why kids now adults? And he said, kids will follow who they're told. Adults will follow who they want. So I started teaching adults, and I dove right in, but I found they were very dismissive of me initially. Why are they going to listen to a 13-year-old kid? But what I did is I showed up every single week, every Wednesday at 9. I never called out absent. I was there all the time, completely selflessly devoted to helping them develop and reach their goals. And over time, what I found was that helped me build the credibility, respect, so that we got a really high-performing class, and they really would follow me and listen to me. But I was completely devoted to developing them and being there for them every week. So now 2 years have gone by. I was the same rank. Hadn't changed at all. Mr. Hardy calls me into his office. Tom, how's it going? Mr. Hardy, things are phenomenal. Our class is excelling on Wednesday nights. We're doing amazing. We've really accelerated the course of learning, and people are doing really well. They're really excited. And in fact, I want to nominate Mr. Randy Bqli for the black belt test in June. I know he's only been here half the time that I have, but I think he's ready. And ultimately, I think his success will be my success. And Mr. Hardy said to me, "You've obviously learned a lot. You've developed a lot. You seem excited about it." I said, I couldn't be happier for him. Seeing him achieve his goals means a lot to me, because I know I was involved in that. And he said, "Yep, you absolutely will. And you'll be involved more, because you're going for your test in June as well." And I remember jumping out of my seat. I was so excited. So now I was going for my black belt. But what had changed? What had I learned? And again, it was those 3 points I made at the beginning along the path. I had learned, number 1, mastery. I had developed the knowledge and the clarity that I needed to become a master through teaching kids and the profound questions that they asked. Number 2, I learned leadership. I learned leadership by selflessly devoting myself to developing others, focusing on others instead of focusing on myself. And number 3, I saw that I was the happiest and most successful I'd been in the organization since I'd been teaching. My black belt, or Mr. Bqli's black belt, wasn't an individual achievement. It was an organizational achievement. It was about developing that cycle of educating, where you're developing mastery, leadership, and true success and happiness, and expanding it across everyone you're surrounded with. And isn't that about what we do at Empire every day? Is educate, inspire, breathing life into others. Think of all the tools we have. Pepper, these Monday morning meetings, Monday night calls with Jason, speaking in sushi. Everything we have is about not only growing as individuals, but educating to help our peers grow. This week, I want each and every one of us to reach out to someone not in this group, someone in Connecticut or New York City, and educate them on something that's going to help them achieve something towards their goals, simultaneously helping us move towards mastery, leadership, and true success and happiness. And next week we'll report back on what that was we educated the people on and how it's helped us, as well as that. Thank you.